Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's topic, more hatred, more disgust for Lamar Jackson. My God. I mean, look, as a content creator, we don't always want to talk about one thing, but my gosh, has this media been beating this horse? I mean, there's not even a body no more. It's just an imprint on the ground at this point. Listen, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a guy, I believe his name was Jonathan. He came out with a post last year when Lamar had put on some muscle, and he came out and he had said that he had sources that Lamar don't like working out. So Lamar said, yo, who's your sources? And he was like, I can't really tell you that, And then he came back out today with, and I think his name's Jonathan Jones, and he specifically said, per sources, it's my understanding that the Ravens did not fully integrate QB Lamar Jackson into the hiring process for their new offensive coordinator. And you would be like, man, everybody's on their Law and Order these days. But here's the thing. Jeff Zebrick, who I trust more than all of them, even though I don't trust 100%, but I trust more than all of them, comes back out and says, off the tightrope, I might add, which somebody said, my understanding was he was given multiple opportunities to provide input and be involved. Shooting down that man's entire tweet immediately. Just shooting it down. Right out of the air. And this is what I've been trying to get to everybody, right? Everybody's worrying about if Lamar does this, Lamar does that. Is this Lamar's fault or isn't Lamar's fault? Do you know why none of that matters to me? You want me to tell you why? Because the only thing that the Ravens should have in front of them, it shouldn't even be the guaranteed money. It shouldn't be the actual contractual agreement in its entirety. It should only be the spreadsheet that said, after Lamar Jackson went down, right, the Ravens averaged 13 points a game, which was 31st in the NFL. They averaged 146.2 passing yards per game, which is 31st in the NFL. They averaged 28.6 red zone touchdown percentage, which was 31st in the NFL. And they averaged 17 first downs a game, which was tied for 26 in the entire NFL. So you don't need to be a cop, FBI, CSI, CIA, anything like that to be able to understand what I just read to you. This team is Lamar Jackson. When a player does as much as he does, and he means as much as he does, or to the franchise, you might pay him a little more. Do you know why? And people are so lost in this. Do you know why the deal for Patrick Mahomes got done? It wasn't that Patrick Mahomes was like, oh, no, I'm going to take less because I want everybody around me to be happy. No, that's not why. Do you know what happens? They offered him and they said, look, you have Tyreek Hill and you have Travis Kelce. You want to keep both of them for as long as possible. Yes, you do. So let me tell you what you do. You take a little less, right, for the guaranteed money, so he gives us some flexibility, right? But to sweeten the deal, I want to repeat that word, sweeten the deal. I mean, sweet it like down south sweet tea, cane sugar, straight out of the field. You can understand where I'm coming from? They offered him equity into the baseball team. You see, when you're bringing a Patrick Mahomes contract, nobody seems to understand that. That's why he signed also a team-friendly deal. That was so team-friendly, right? Because he was incentivized to do that. Because you know what? The team said, we want you. We just want to be able to build and give you as much as we can. But for us to do that, we need a little bit of flexibility. Let me tell you what we'll do. We'll even sweeten the deal. The Ravens have made Lamar, and I want everyone to understand this. And when I mean made Lamar, because he didn't choose to come to Baltimore, this is where he was drafted. I want y'all to understand this. The Ravens could have signed him after his MVP season. They said no. They could have signed him after year 3. They said no. They could have did it after year 4. Do you know when contract talks got crazy? Was just the past offseason. Year 5. That's when everything, and he was like, I'm giving y'all a deadline. And the Ravens, you know how I knew nothing was going to get done. Because the Ravens are like, how dare you think you can give us a deadline so nothing's going to get done. That's the Ravens' ego speaking up for them. You are asking a player to be team-oriented, to make the sacrifice of guaranteeing dollars that forego in case of injury or anything else for him, right? When you, on your end, you didn't sweeten the deal or much less try to progressively make him the highest paid QB at the time when you had the opportunity after his 3rd year. I want everyone to understand that. You could have did it then. You said no. So now the QB is saying, you made me play out this entire deal. Why would I give you a discount? The fans are trying to say, well, if you really like the team, you take a discount. Tom Brady, which all of you bring up, was the highest paid player multiple times in the NFL. He just wasn't the highest for a long period of time. Because as soon as he became the highest paid player, someone leapfrogged right over him. Do you know why that is? Do you need me to tell you why? Do you want me to break it down for you? Because what your price is what the market dictates. Everybody with common sense or football knowledge, any NFL acumen at all understands this. The Ravens are saying no. Let me tell you this right now. When year 3 happened, remember Patrick Mahomes won the Super Bowl and then he signed his deal, right? Okay. 2019, first Super Bowl. So then you're saying, okay, he did that, whatever. We don't want to pay him the Patrick price, right? Just like State Farm, they didn't want to pay him the Patrick price. She said, okay, whatever. Next year, Josh Allen gets paid. Someone else, I forgot the other person that gets paid. But they're like, we're not trying to give him no Josh Allen money. Okay. So you know what Lamar did? Lamar said, okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll wait. Okay, whatever. It's not like the money changes. I'm still going to get paid when I'm getting paid, and then the money kicks in after a year or after a certain year or so. So fine. You don't want to give me what I think I deserve and what the market dictates? No problem. Let the market keep bringing my price up. Now with the Ravens, remember, a lot of Raven fans are like, that's so smart. Remember, the media was agreeing. I'm going to say, I know agreeing was with an A, but I'm going to say agreeing with the Ravens, saying it's so smart of the Ravens to do so because his play style. You don't know if he's going to get hurt. You don't know if he's going to play longevity with him. You know what I'm saying? This is such an intelligent move, but such a great organization. And then what happens? Want me to tell you what happens? He does get hurt because of their poor team construction on the offensive end, right? And then the team absolutely goes bottom side up, right? We lose every game of the season. And you're looking at the team, and you're saying, well, okay, whatever, we'll try it another year. He gets hurt again because of your team construction, once again, in the pocket, and he gets hurt. Now, you said you were so smart to do what you did. You made the business mistake of doing that. You were patting yourself on the back, breaking both your arms to pat yourself on the back. And so was other people. You made the mistake, Ravens. And now that the rooster has come home to roost, you are saying, look, okay, we made a mistake. Don't beat us over the head for it. Oops, our bad, because they don't want to deal with those consequences. And I'll keep using that word consequences, because for every action, no matter what it is, this is scientific. This is a scientific notion I am explaining to you guys. For every action, there is an equal reaction. Do you understand that? Okay. So, for the Ravens to say, we don't care, we'll wait. We're so smart, man. Yeah. And wait. Now, this is what you reap, what you sowed. So this getting angry and people blaming Lamar, how can you blame Lamar? Lamar's already told everybody. Listen, Lamar, one thing you can say with him, he's never lied to us. Everything he's ever told the media, he's been 100% truthful about. Every single time. Every single time. They've tried to twist his words. They've tried to change up stuff that he said. He said, no, this is what happened. This is where I'm going. This is what's doing. And if he doesn't want to answer it, he'll say, I just don't want to answer it, because he tells the truth. Can you say the same thing for EDC? No. Can you say the same thing for John Harbaugh? No. Can you say the same thing for Bishotti? No. So my thing is, I'm going to go with the guy that has a track record for speaking the truth. Lamar said he wanted to deliver a Super Bowl here. He said that I'm a Raven. I want to be a Raven. I'm where I'm supposed to be at, and I'm going to bring y'all a Super Bowl. The team didn't exercise the trust and dedication in this young man like they were supposed to. I'm telling y'all, it just is what it is. It's a mistake that this team has made. And instead of admitting that they made an absolute mistake, like, oh my God, we really did undervalue him. And instead of admitting that, they're trying to now clean up their mess. You can't clean this up. Want me to tell you how easy it is for the Ravens to get him signed? You want some inside knowledge real quick? Deshaun Watson's contract was how much? $230 guaranteed, right? I believe it was. I believe Deshaun Watson's, I don't want to lie on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up real quick and say what his contract, $230 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed. You want me to tell you how the Ravens get Lamar signed tomorrow? You give him $231 million, right? Fully guaranteed on that contract. You make it a $270 million contract. You know what that does? That gives you flexibility. You can add a little, take a little away, back end some of it, so that you have some flexibility within the contract. You give him 150, 140 right up front at signing, roster bonus, whatever else you did, and you get the contract done. You see how easy that was? And guess what? I just did it for free. You get where I'm coming from? They know this. But once again, that every dollar counts and the right player for the right price. No, you use that up. Listen, if a player, that's why you pay players early. You understand? You notice how they've always paid all of their defensive players early, right? Okay. When you pay a player early, you stop them from hitting the market, because the market usually goes up because it starts bidding wars. No team wants a bidding war, because usually with a bidding war, the price goes up. Just like what usually, even in real life, usually it happens. There's very few times that it's worked against the seller. Well, a bidding war usually drives up the price. That's why you always have those things like, hey, when 200 million, 200 million, no, 205 million, 205 million, 205 million. That's why you have those things. Because bids make bidding wars. So what you do to forego that? Pay them early. The Ravens had 6 years of Lamar Jackson, and they're still trying to get a deal done. So you tell me, with the track record that the Ravens have, especially offensively, who are you really going to blame? I already read to you where I'm at. I don't care about what Jeff Zebrick and them are saying about if he was there for the... Listen, if he's okay with the offensive coordinator, I'm okay with the offensive coordinator because he's the one playing under the offensive coordinator. All I care about are these statistics. 13 points a game, 146.2 passing yards a game, 28.6 red zone completion percentage, and 17 first downs a game. That's all I care about. Lamar Jackson has already proved his inherent worth to this team. And here's the thing. And everyone's saying Burrow, Herbert. Have y'all seen the mocks for Herbert's contract? Ha! Bro, Herbert's contract is looking like $200 million guaranteed. $190 million guaranteed. The man hasn't even won. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, that's what bad teams do. Get out of here with that baloney. That's not true. That's what bad teams do. They overpay players. Have you seen what this team looks like without Lamar? The Ravens, once again, are playing with fire. And Lamar Jackson is just sitting there saying the price is going up. Give me what I want or that price goes up again. Give me this or the price goes up again. Give me this or the price goes up again. That's great business. Oh, they're like, oh, he's going to price himself out. And what? Go to a team and then win with it. Oh, yeah, he's really losing. To go, think about it. If he leaves, I want y'all to understand this right now. Saint fans, Jets fans, Tampa Bay fans, Miami fans, do you understand that there's a lot of good teams? Raider fans, there's a lot of good teams out there that would happily take Lamar Jackson off your hand. Because you know what they've done? Do you know what they've tried? They've tried the draft. If drafting number one prospects get you Super Bowls or get you team success, the New York Jets, the Raiders, all these teams would be so much better than what they are, but they're perpetual losers. Because you know why? They've never had the quarterback to take them over the top. No matter how talented their running back room was, no matter how talented their tight ends were, no matter how good their receivers were, no matter how good their defense is, they never had the QB to take them over. This notion that you guys truly think that this was the old days, we could do it the old style, shows just how foregoing your mind is. It's like saying that, oh, we could just play great defense in the NBA and we'll be fine. Have you seen the rules? Have you seen what they're allowing players to get away with? It's the same thing that's happening in football. So why are you trying to do the impossible? Doesn't make sense, does it? No, it doesn't. And like I said before, if the Ravens want to get this done, $231 million guaranteed, $270 million contract. That's $55 million a year, if I'm not mistaken, a year, right? For 5 years. So that is, if I'm not mistaken, 1, 2, 3, divided by 5, 54. That's $54 million a year. That would make him guaranteed the highest player. And do you know what it does too? It hamstrings the Bengals. It hamstrings the Chargers because they're going to have to pay their players that are upcoming now that amount. That's a win, win, win for the Ravens. And that was another episode of The Wunderkind Show. You know you love me. But nah, for real, thank you all for watching. You can be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I'll forever be grateful of that. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. We've been having such great conversations in the comments. And look, we're not always going to agree. There's people down there that disagree with what I'm saying, and they're real respectful. And guess what? We have a banter back and forth. We agree to disagree, and we move on. It's just a great conversation. And thank you for those great conversations. So leave a comment. And if you would like to help this channel grow monetarily, I'll always remind you guys, at the bottom of the screen is a QR code, which leads you to a Cash App, which is in the description. $, The Wunderkind Show. So once again, it's The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you guys knows my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.